Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope your day is going wonderfully so far. And before we dive into today's story, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our heartfelt stories. Today we're stepping away from the glitz of Hollywood and into something much more intimate, something that touches the very heart of love, partnership, and the quiet strength that often goes unseen. We're talking about the bond between Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, a couple whose love story has endured for decades despite the pressures of fame, career demands, and life's unpredictable challenges. Their relationship is more than headlines. It's about trust, resilience, and choosing each other every single day. So, sit back, open your heart, and let's explore a chapter in their lives that reveals the quiet power of love, loyalty, and living fully in every moment together. A love beyond the spotlight. Mark Consuelos is known to the world as a confident, charming actor with a captivating smile and an effortless presence. But to Kelly Ripa, he has always been so much more than that. He is her partner, her safe place, and her anchor, a constant in a life that hasn't always been easy. Their love story began decades ago on the set of All My Children, where on-screen chemistry quickly turned into real-life devotion. They eloped quietly in 1996, not for fame or spectacle, but because they wanted to choose each other without distraction. Over the years, they've faced the same trials that challenge many marriages: career transitions, the scrutiny of the public eye, personal loss, and raising children under the spotlight. But through it all, their devotion remained unwavering. Kelly and Mark's love is grounded in honesty, mutual admiration, and the decision to face life together, proving that real love doesn't always need dramatic gestures. It thrives quietly, profoundly, and steadily. The moment that changed everything one evening, in a private and unassuming moment, Mark shared something deeply personal with Kelly, something that would leave a lasting mark on both of them. It wasn't a public announcement, nor was it tied to fame, headlines, or career milestones. It was purely about love and the future of their relationship. Mark spoke with unusual seriousness, reflecting on time, gratitude, and the things that truly matter when everything else fades. Then he made a wish, not about possessions or public recognition, but about Kelly's life, if he were ever no longer by her side. He asked her to promise that she wouldn't shrink from joy, withdraw into grief, or let his absence define her existence. He wanted her to keep laughing, loving, and choosing happiness even in the hardest moments. Kelly, hearing this request, felt an overwhelming surge of love and emotion, knowing that his words were rooted in selflessness and deep care for her well-being. Kelly's tears of love. Kelly Ripa has shared countless emotional moments on live television, laughing and crying openly with millions of viewers, but this moment was profoundly personal. Her tears weren't about fear. They were about the depth of love she felt. The thought of a future without Mark, the man who had been by her side for nearly her entire adult life, was almost impossible to imagine. Yet her tears also carried understanding and gratitude. Mark wasn't preparing for goodbye in a conventional sense. He was teaching Kelly a lesson about perspective and intentional living. He wanted to ensure that her life remained full and vibrant, even when faced with unimaginable loss. In that quiet, vulnerable exchange, Kelly confronted emotions she hadn't allowed herself to feel before. She wept, not because she feared losing him, but because she recognized the extraordinary depth of his love, a love that asked nothing of her except to continue living fully and courageously, embracing joy, even when it hurt. Kelly's deep understanding. Even in her tears, Kelly understood the beauty of Mark's request. She didn't reject the conversation or dismiss its weight. Instead, she held his hand and listened, embracing the moment with profound awareness. This was love in its purest form, a reminder that facing reality together strengthens connection rather than diminishes it. Kelly's response showed maturity, courage, and emotional depth. She recognized that love isn't about denying fear or sadness, but about acknowledging them while continuing to choose joy. In doing so, she honored Mark's intention, showing that their relationship is not just a partnership, but a sacred bond. This exchange revealed the true essence of their connection: love, rooted in understanding, selflessness, and the willingness to confront difficult truths while still celebrating life. Their story serves as a reminder that real love requires emotional bravery and conscious care for each other's well-being. A promise. Made after the tears slowed and the quiet settled, Kelly made a promise that spoke volumes about her character and the depth of their relationship. She assured Mark that if the unimaginable ever occurred, she would carry him forward, not as pain, but as purpose. She vowed to continue laughing because he cherished her joy, to honor his presence in her life, even when he wasn't physically there, and to live fully, regardless of sorrow. This promise deepened their bond and revealed a profound spiritual and emotional truth. Love thrives when it is shared intentionally, when it nurtures growth, and when it transforms vulnerability into strength. Kelly's response was not an act of performative emotion. It was a sacred commitment, a reflection of a relationship built on years of trust, understanding, and mutual respect, one that models the enduring power of true love in everyday life. Living in the moment. After this pivotal conversation, those close to Kelly noticed subtle changes in how she approaches life and love. She became more present, savoring ordinary moments with heightened appreciation. A simple glance across the room, a quiet touch, or a shared coffee now carries more meaning than ever. She lingers and embraces, listens intently, and expresses love without rushing past it. Embodying the lesson Mark shared about valuing the now. This story resonates because it reminds us that awareness and presence are gifts we can give to those we love. The depth of Kelly and Mark's relationship isn't defined by dramatic gestures or public attention. It's measured by the intentionality and care they bring to everyday life, teaching us that true love is present, alive, and nurtured in the small, consistent choices we make for each other every day. Mark's quiet strength. Mark's strength in this story is quiet, but profoundly impactful. Known for his confidence and charm, he revealed a side that many fans never see: emotional bravery. To ask someone you love to continue living fully without you is an act of courage and selflessness. It's a reminder that love is not only about togetherness, but also about enabling the other person to flourish, regardless of circumstances. His words were not about fear of loss. They were about protection, intention, and ensuring that joy and life continue even when facing difficult realities. This quiet, thoughtful approach to love challenges societal notions of strength and vulnerability, showing that courage often lives in honesty, empathy, and care for another's heart, rather than public recognition or accolades. Love that teaches. What makes this chapter in Kelly and Mark's story so powerful is its teaching nature. It doesn't dwell on fear or tragedy. Instead, it highlights the beauty of choosing love intentionally. Their exchange serves as a gentle reminder that relationships require both honesty and hope, that love is strengthened by acknowledging vulnerability, and that joy can coexist with uncertainty. Fans can learn from their example, reflecting on how to express gratitude, communicate openly, and cherish the present. Kelly and Mark show that true love is not performative, it's transformative, teaching lessons about living fully, prioritizing connection, and embracing both the joy and the responsibility that come with caring deeply for someone else. Ordinary moments made extraordinary. Once we recognize the fragility of life, every ordinary moment gains extraordinary value. Kelly and Mark's story reminds us to appreciate shared smiles, small conversations, and quiet touches, not as fleeting gestures, but as essential acts of connection. This perspective transforms everyday life into something sacred, emphasizing that the essence of love is lived in moments rather than announcements. Their love encourages reflection on how we interact with those we cherish and inspires us to act with intentionality, presence, and courage in our own relationships. The beauty of life, they show, is not only in big milestones, but in the steady, deliberate choice to love fully and live deliberately each day. A love that endures. Kelly Ripa didn't cry because Mark was leaving. She cried because she realized the responsibility and joy of loving someone this deeply. Their story demonstrates that enduring love is not about perfection, but about choosing each other daily, embracing vulnerability, and allowing emotional honesty to guide your connection. It's a love that grows in shared understanding, mutual respect, and mindful presence. In a world often obsessed with surface appearances, their relationship offers a powerful reminder that true love is intentional, courageous, and transformative, shaping both individuals while leaving a lasting impression on everyone who witnesses it. This is the kind of love that teaches, inspires, and endures.